Welcome to Inside the Ropes. I'm Allie McNair.
And I'm Debbie Court. We are coming to you from the famous Harbortown Golf Links.
Inside the Ropes is all about the Heritage Golf Tournament. We're going to take you behind the scenes. We'll also have some great tips for spectators and interesting information for golfers and non-golfers alike.
One of the driving forces behind the tournament is the Heritage Classic Foundation. And Allie had a chance to speak with Steve Wilmot, who is the tournament director, and they talked about all of the great things that the Heritage Classic Foundation has done in our area.
Steve Wilmot, I know you are a busy guy. Thanks so much for your time today.
Not a problem. I'm looking forward to it.
I want to ask you about the history of the Heritage Classic Foundation. Can you give us some background?
Sure. Back in 1986, when Seapines was going through some financial difficulties, we had some challenges with the tour. The Heritage Classic Foundation was created by some business leaders in this community to really show the underpinning of the tournament so that we could have it. And they created the foundation 25 years ago, which ironically this will be my 25th year as well. And it's about giving back, and that's something the foundation wanted to do, and it's our main mission right now is to give back to charity.
And when you say give back, we are talking about a large monetary amount to many different organizations. Can you speak to that?
Well, I mean, since 1987, it's been over $21 million to many, many different organizations, and that's the thing about the foundation and how it was created back then was instead of supporting a cause, we support many different causes, as well as our scholarship program and Birdies for Charity too. So again, it's a huge impact to this community in many different ways, and the support of our volunteers that we could determine are many different civic organizations as well.
Now this is unique in the sense for a PGA tournament that it operates in this fashion.
Yeah, well, most events are 501c3s in some form or fashion anyway, but with us giving to 80 to 100 charities each year compared to some like Wells Fargo up in Charlotte, they give to Teach for America, which is a wonderful organization. The Memphis event gives to St. Jude's Hospital, wonderful cause, and but a lot of them are wrapped up with a cause. We wrap ourselves around the community, and that's what sets us apart than any other event on the PGA Tour's community.
Can you speak to the reach as far as other tournaments that are connected with the Heritage Golf Tournament?
Well, we truly have a grassroots program. We have one of the premier junior events in the country, the Junior Heritage, and that's a boys and girls event that's played in 1st of February each year. It's the top juniors, and then we have the Players Amateur, which is one of the premier amateur events in the country, and that is the likes of when you have the winners of the Ricky Fowlers and the Camille Vijayases and Bill Haases, and you have the Dustin Johnsons and Nick Watney's playing in the event. It's truly been one of the biggest assets that we have in getting to know these individuals.
Well, Steve Wilmot, we're so fortunate to have the Heritage, and we're lucky to have you at the helm. I want to thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, but it truly is a team effort, and it's a community effort, and we appreciate the support WHHI gives us as well. It's truly we're in it together.
We sure are, and we're glad to be, so thank you again. Now, Steve mentioned the Players Amateur. Right now we're going to check in with MC Strong, who's going to take us to the location, the golf course, and the community where that takes place every year.
Thanks, Allie. The Players Amateur Tournament is known as one of the top amateur tournaments in the United States, with many former contestants going on to successful careers on the PGA Tour. Let's go check in with Rob Anderson, the Director of Golf here at Belfair Plantation, and learn more. Now, Rob, 2011 is the Players Amateur 12th year. Tell us about this year's event.
Well, we're very excited about this year's tournament. As you know, we've had some wonderful champions in the past, from Camilo Villegas to Ben Curtis to Ricky Fowler, who's one of the young guns on tour now. And so we're very excited. We've got a kind of a great early buzz from the collegiate players that are expressing interest in this year's tournament. And again, it is the 12th anniversary, so we just keep building upon the tradition of a great event that's really been set up by Duke Belcher and Tom McKnight, members here at Belfair, former Walker Cup players, and it was kind of their baby starting the Players Amateur, and the Belfair membership, you included, and the community have really embraced this wonderful event. And it's just a unique thing. All the members take in the players and house them for the week, and there's also no entry fee for this tournament, which is probably one of the only events in the country without an entry fee for the participants. So it's I know it's one of their favorites because of the golf course and the way they're taken care of here. It's almost like a tour event. And the kicker is if they win, they get an exemption into the Heritage Classic, which is unheard of. Exactly. So very special event.
Now, golf is a given in South Carolina, but it's also so special in the Low Country.
Yes.
Tell us what makes Belfair's 2 courses so unique.
That's a great question, and the special thing about Belfair is that you'll find a lot of facilities have 2 courses. They're very similar in style and architecture, and here at Belfair, Tom Fazio has created 2 very distinctive golf courses. Our West course, the first one built in 1995, is a traditional kind of low country golf course, placed through the trees, some lakes, and then out to the beautiful Colleton River here that guards our 16th and 18th hole and 14 as well. And then the East course, which opened in 2000, is more of a northern style golf course, placed through some beautiful dune sand lines and just has more of a northern feel. And we have different turf grasses on both courses. So it's just, you really have 2 different golf courses within one wonderful community. So it does give the membership and guests a wide range of holes to play and sceneries as well.
And another unique feature about Belfair's golf is the Learning Center.
Yes, it's a very unique facility here at Belfair. It's a 29-acre practice facility. And in the building we have 2 wonderful teaching studios with all the V1 video equipment. We have 9 fitting carts from the major manufacturers, all the demo clubs you could possibly want to try. But we're also very unique in that we've gone to a 3 teaching professional approach. So we have Dr. Gene Harris, one of the great teachers here in the Low Country, Shelley Woolner, a 30-plus year teacher from Canada, and then Shane LeBaron, who's also the director of golf at USCB, do an incredible job with instruction here at Belfair. We also have a full-time club fitter and club repair technician in Chris Cuneo. So we have just an incredible team led by Wallace Hammerton, who's the manager of the facility. So we've got, not only can you practice any type of shot, but we've got world-class instruction and all the golf equipment you could desire to find and try.
And practice, 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 even in the rain, like Dr. Gene says.
Absolutely, and we have covered hitting bays so that if it is a light mist, you can get out and practice and not be affected by the weather.
Well, we look forward to seeing this year's upcoming rising stars at the Players Amateur, and thanks so much, Rob.
Thank you, enjoyed it.
But don't forget, in addition to unsurpassed golf, there's so many other amenities that make this a great place to live. Take it from me, from the Fitness and Sports Center, biking and walking paths, as well as dining and club events, to the 6 hard-true tennis courts, plus a beautiful grass court overlooking the Colleton River, it's an amazing place to call home. For more information about their Discovery package, visit Belfair online at belfair1811.com or call 843-757-0700. Stay with us here on Inside the Ropes. When we come back, Allie will be visiting with Harbortown pro John Farrell for some tournament viewing tips.
Welcome back to Inside the Ropes. Joining me now is John Farrell, Director of Golf for the Harbortown Golf Leagues. Great to see you, John.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks for having me.
Let me ask you, for spectators, when they arrive either by passenger van or chartered bus, once they get dropped off, where is it they get dropped off, and where should they go to see the best golf?
Well, just in general, the heritage and its history, it's been a fantastic place to watch. It's not 12 people deep, so you can really see an awful lot of golf here. Right from the beginning, you walk in, this is the main entrance, right by the clubhouse, the corner of the clubhouse. When you circle around, this is the main putting green where all the players will be warming up before their round. On the left-hand side is hole number 1, where you'll see the gentlemen callers announcing the starting times. Then you have the 9th green. Then you have the chipping green, then you have the 10th tee, and you have the driving range, all in one little area. So the greatest place to begin your day at the Heritage is right here at number 1 tee and 10 tee and 9 green.
What about once you're here for a while, you get situated and you've kind of checked out the areas you mentioned, where are the best places to go to watch this tournament?
Well, a must see, a must walk is down number 10, and you'll take a right where 10 intersects with hole number 16. And you'll walk down towards 17 tee, 17 green, you take a right and you go up 18, and so you go that 10, 16, 17, 18 is where you want to be seen. It's the place that's happening.
What about for someone who is just an avid fan of this game? Loves seeing the players they know, watching that swing, or else watching them on the putting green or with the approach shot.
Yeah.
Any particular hole that you would say is the best viewing area?
That's a great question, and our viewers need to know, because I was very fortunate to have been given this advice when I went to Augusta for the first time. Always start on 18 and walk backwards. And the reason for that is you won't miss anybody. If number one is you'll see every hole on the golf course. Number two, you won't miss anybody that's on it. So if you walk 18 through 1, everybody that's finishing you'll see as you go down 17, 18, 16, 15, 14, and then as you work your way around to the front you'll see the people who started later in the day. So number one, you see every hole in the golf course. Number two, you see everybody that's on it. So it's a great way to go 18 through 1.
Is the best advice to get here really early before everyone else shows up, or come later? Is there any best time of the day?
It really depends on what your intentions are. If you're here to watch golf, my feeling is to get there real early, get a cup of coffee, and go for a walk as the sun rises. That's a beautiful way to start your day. But if you want to see your friends more than you want to see the golfers, the social activity is really at a great level and a high level in the afternoon after everybody's had a chance to get their day started and come out and see some golf.
Well, John Farrell, it has been great talking with you. Thank you for that inside information, and we will see you during the tournament.
Great. Thanks, Allie. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Now, if you want to stay hydrated while you're out here walking the course, we had a chance recently to speak with a local area expert about how best to do that. Take a listen. Charlene Rakonen is with me. She is the president of Sarah Products Incorporated. Now, Sarah Products makes an oral rehydration drink, or a product, also comes in powders, that's rice-based. Am I right on that?
That's right.
Why is it important for people to stay hydrated or keep rehydrating?
Well, our bodies are made of mostly water and salt. So when you lose the salt from sweat, you need to replace it. Otherwise, you won't feel well. You might faint, you might just generally feel bad. You won't perform as well in whatever sport you're doing or just daily
activities. Okay, let me ask you in particular about Sarah Sport. What is Sarah Sport?
Well, it's a line of rice-based oral hydration drinks, and this means to drink them instead of having an IV, which unfortunately a lot of people do during sports activities. It's a blend of carbohydrates that are patented, gluten-free, sugar-free, and electrolytes in natural flavors and colors.
How is it different from other products out there?
Well, it doesn't have simple sugars. That's the big thing. It has the rice instead of the simple sugars. You need a carbohydrate for the glucose transport system to work efficiently in your body.
And when you tell me it is different from other products, does that make it better, and how?
Well, of course we think it's better, and with the clinical studies that we've done along with physicians at Johns Hopkins, along with the military, Uniformed Services University, it was 30 to 50% better than simple sugar-based drinks.
I think that's an impressive difference there. Let me ask you, who uses it?
Well, we go from children that are in camps, to professional athletes, Saturday morning workout folks, to the military. We sell quite a bit to the armed forces, from Army Rangers and Navy SEALs to Marines, folks over in Afghanistan, Iraq. We have it in areas there, as well as training center.
And I would think too, you had your UPS man coming and you said, gee, he uses it too, but when he's in and out of a vehicle all day in the summer heat
and they don't have air conditioning.
I bet they love it then.
Yes, yeah. Well, he comes in sometimes in the July, August, dripping. Yeah. So we usually hand him, have a cold one.
What about someone like me? I'm going to be 54 soon, but I'm not in the military. I'm not an elite athlete. Any benefit there?
Absolutely. If it's hot outside, or if you're working outside, whether you're doing gardening, or you're playing golf, or you're playing tennis or running, your body is losing sweat, so you need to replace that.
Yeah, I found it interesting from some of the information that you provided to me that as we age, our bodies get less able to say, hey, you're thirsty, or I'm thirsty, and I need to replace those fluids.
That's right. From what the doctors at Hopkins tell us, it's called a thirst hormone. And so your body does not recognize, the way it did when you were younger, that you are actually getting dehydrated. So often by the time you feel thirsty, you may be down as much as a liter.
Wow. So we really have to make sure we are
Absolutely.
hydrated. I want to thank you so much, Charlene, for letting us know about Sarah products and in particular Sarah Sport.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. So if you stay hydrated, you're going to perform better. And speaking of better performance, that is something that golfers always want to do when they get out on the course. But you know what stands in their way sometimes? We're talking about the mental game. Dr. Howard Rankin of the Rankin Center has a new golf video out, and its title is 7 Mental Challenges of Golf.
Here at the Rankin Center for Neuroscience, we use cutting-edge technology and individualized assessments to help people make meaningful change in their lives, and it really works. Now, we use that same approach in our sports division to help athletes reach better performance and improve their game. Now, one of the things that golfers in particular might be interested in is my new video, The 7 Mental Challenges of Golf, which looks at the challenges from a psychological and neuroscience point of view and what you can do to improve your game. Let's just take a look at the first segment of that video. Hi, I'm Dr. Howard Rankin, and this video is not just about the psychology of golf, it's about the neuroscience of golf, how your brain influences your game. And your brain does influence your game much more than you imagine, because your brain overall is much more powerful than your mind. It controls a lot of involuntary and subconscious processes that underpin parts of your game. Things like your neuromuscular routine, your swing, your focus and your attention, and your management of emotions. Because we train our brain all the time, what happens off the course is just as important in many ways as what happens on the course. And so through this video, I will be giving you some tips and exercises of things you can do off the course that will translate into better play on it. Now, the fact is that people's brains vary, and in fact, most people don't have an optimized brain state. We have to work at keeping it in an optimal state or getting it to an optimal state. That's why some people are really good at doing things like visualizing the target or maintaining their focus, and other people aren't very good at it. If you're not good at those things, it doesn't mean you cannot change them, and the brain training tools that I'm going to be talking about will help you do just that. There's a good friend of mine, a very well-known corporate psychologist called Harold Stalovich, who says, telling ain't training. And he's right. You could read all sorts of things, but honestly, just having that information and knowing it doesn't necessarily change your behavior or your game. So we're going to give you tools in this video and in the workbook that will actually help you train your brain to be a better player. Now, new advances in the understanding and the training of the brain make brain training a lot more possible and easier than ever. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to get too technical here, and where I do, you can reference the workbook. All you need to know right now from an anatomical, physiological, medical point of view is your brain is here. That's all you need to know. So we're going to look at how you can train that. People change slowly if they're going to be effective at change. So if you're a 26 handicapper, don't expect to suddenly become a 5 handicap overnight. You will get there, but the first thing is to get that handicap down to 25. One step at a time, and following the tips and exercises in this video will help you do that. So have the right expectations, because you can retrain your brain. It will have an impact on your mind and particularly how you play the game. To get your copy of the video, The 7 Mental Challenges of Golf, and the 130-page workbook that goes with it, you can visit my website, www.scienceofyou.com, or you can call us here at the Rankin Center at 843-842-7797. This video and workbook will help you develop the right mindset, improve your focus, help you learn to trust your swing, manage emotions on the course, as well as your energy and managing other people. There'll be more from Inside the Ropes after this break.
Welcome back to Inside the Ropes. Yes, the Heritage Golf Tournament is all about great golf and raising money for local charities. But let's face it, it's a huge social event.
It sure is. This is only my second year, but in addition to people wanting to look at the golfers and watch their games, it's a place to see and be seen too.
We thought we'd give you a few helpful hints to help you navigate the social scene. The first question that many tournament goers have is, what do I wear? Well, believe it or not, you will see everything out here on the tournament grounds, from golf attire to fancy dresses and stilettos. The main thing is just to be comfortable. Whatever you want to wear, it's a time to express yourself.
Absolutely. Now, what about food and something to drink on the course? There are concession stands located in a lot of convenient areas. Keep in mind, though, lots of nonprofits are running these concession stands. So in addition to buying that hot dog or soda, you're also helping out that organization. So take a peek and see who's running that concession stand.
And when you're out and about on the course, yes, you're going to see tons of friends out there and chit-chat up a storm. But you have to be mindful that this is a golf tournament. So keep an eye out for the tournament volunteers who will be holding up quiet please signs. That means that the players are coming through and making their shots, and we have to be respectful of that. So again, keep an eye out and respect the quiet please notifications.
Now, you'll also see skyboxes around the course. Generally, those are invitation only, but there are hospitality tents, so feel free to check those out.
Thanks for watching Inside the Ropes. We are really proud to have the Heritage Golf Tournament here on Hilton Head.
But don't forget, our entire state is worth discovering. If you love the great outdoors, there are a ton of getaway ideas at southcarolinaparks.com.
If you enjoy boating, mountain biking, horseback riding, fishing, kayaking, hiking, and more, there are countless parks here in South Carolina, so be sure to go online to discover everything that South Carolina has to offer you and your family.
From all of us here at WHHI TV, happy Heritage.